Hi guys, welcome back to our Factory Martial Arts YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking all about respect. So this year we're going to be looking at our monthly topics and hopefully we're going to be putting out one video a month, all to do with what we're talking to our students about. So for this month, for January, we're talking to our students all about respect. Starting off 2025 super strong with a really important topic that runs through everything we do here at the Factory Martial Arts. It's part of one of our core ethoses here and is something that I think is really, really important for us all. So we're talking to our students week by week, different things to do with respect. So last week we spoke to all of our students about active listening. So actually listening. So for our younger students, for our 4 to 7 year olds, we talked about looking and listening. So looking at the person so that we know that they're listening to us as part of their active listening. And we actually practice that as a little fun group activity. You could do that too. So why not sit and pick a phrase, get them to say something random, talk about your day, but actually practice looking. The best way as grown-ups that we can instill respect is to be respectful ourselves. Role model that behaviour. So if your child's talking to you, look at them. It's as simple as that. They'll pick it up really quickly and they will learn that respect from you guys and from us as well. I always say that as coaches, going from our youngest students, my little dragons, but talking through to our teens and saying to the teens, we model respect to you guys, so we expect the same back. So listening, super, super important. And try that little activity out with them. This week, we've been talking all about being respectful whilst feeling frustrated, angry, sad, confused, all of those normal emotions that we all feel and that we all know our students feel as well.
We are talking about what to do if you're told no. What's the respectful thing to do? Okay. And we do as we're told, right? What about if you don't understand why you've been told no? You could ask them, how? Politely, using your respect. Are you more likely to get an answer by being respectful or why not? Yeah, alright. Who, when they're told no, how does it make us feel? If it's something we really want to do, something we really want. Disappointed. What else? Yeah, sad. What else? Annoyed or frustrated. Yeah, absolutely. What about angry? If it's something you really want, something you really want to do, is it okay to feel those emotions? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Is it okay to feel those emotions and use them to be disrespectful? No. Does that mean that we push it all down? We're just like, fine, fine. Is that helpful? No. And you're just like, no, I'm fine, I'm not angry at all. Well, you just try and push it down, and that's not helpful either. Alright? So we need to try and find a way to let those emotions out whilst still doing as we're told and being respectful. Yeah? What about if you said, I don't understand why I can't have to do that? Could you explain to me? Is that respectful? What about if you said, I'm feeling a bit angry about that, can I have 5 minutes on my own to just chill out? Is that a good way to deal with it? Yeah, it's a great way. Is that respectful? And you're still communicating that you're feeling angry? Yeah, alright. So this weekend, if you're told no, next week, before I see you, if it's something you're told no, you need to be listening and doing as you're told.
So as a coach, it's really important for me to coach them through those emotions and not just gloss over the fact that they're never going to feel frustrated, they're never going to feel sad. I'm very, very honest. I will sit and say to them, I get angry, I get frustrated, I get sad. But this week, our big focus is that if you feel those things, it isn't okay to be disrespectful. And how do we do that? We've been talking to them about the correct tone of voice. So it's okay to sort of say something respectful, but you've got to use the appropriate tone of voice as well. And I'm sure as grown-ups, you hear this an awful lot from your little dragons, from your juniors, from your teenagers for sure, where they're saying something respectful. The words they're using might be respectful, but the tone of voice and how they're saying it, it's not the one. And that makes us frustrated. And again, we need to role model that. So, frustration, anger can all come out, can all get to that boiling point. And we need to role model taking a breath and thinking, right, is what I'm about to say respectful? No. Do I say it? No. Do I take a breath? Do I have a think? How am I going to respond to this? And I've been talking to the older children about reacting versus responding. If we react, it's very often not the most respectful version of ourselves. But if we take a beat, if we're feeling all those het up emotions, we take a beat and we respond, we can very often pull it back to be respectful and represent ourselves in the correct way. So that's what we've been talking about this week. A little game that we've played with our younger students, so our 4 to 7 year olds, is called Sensei May I. So they've asked a question of one of the coaches, and the coaches have either said yes or no. And the children have had to respond respectfully in either sense. So if they really want to do this kick, but a coach says no, they need to be respectful about that. So again, just a little something that you can play at home. But again, it's all about that role modeling. Can we practice as grown-ups? Taking a breath, taking a beat, and responding rather than reacting to maintain the most respectful version of ourselves. For our older students, I'm also going to be talking to them about how to disagree respectfully, because I don't want them to just be like, yes miss, no miss, yes sensei, yes ma'am. Sometimes they're going to disagree with me, and that's okay, but we need to do that in a respectful way. Or they're going to want to question me. Well, why is she telling me that? And I'm happy to explain, as long as they ask me in the right tone of voice and in a respectful way. We can have a conversation about it. So that's what we're going to be moving on to next week, is talking about if we disagree, or if we don't want to do something, or if we want to know a reason why, how we go about that and how we approach that respectfully. So lots of things to think about there. Again, hopefully the plan is that we're going to be doing these once a month. The next topics we've got coming up for February is first aid. And then the following month, the big one for this year, is screen time. If anybody's got any ideas for our screen time topic, I am planning it as we speak. Like I said, it's not coming till March, because I want to get it right and I want to plan it appropriately, because I think it could be such a valuable topic for us to cover here. And after our Christmas video, I've had so many of you getting in touch with me, so thank you so much, with awesome feedback that screen time is going to be a topic that we cover, but with some really useful hints and tips and advice. For me, I'm not a parent. I have, this ages me, coming up for 20 years experience in childcare. Oh dear. But I'm not a parent, so getting your guys' point of view as parents, what do you struggle with? How can we tackle it? How can we support you? Get in touch, let me know. And let me know if you try out any of those, just fun little respect games. And if you've got any questions, let me know. See you soon.